Philippa Stroud then went on to remind us of the very important social contract that European Enlightenment values and the British system of law and government are built upon. Something that we've been forgetting to teach kids at school and in our unis for about 50 years or so.
These freedoms led to an understanding that if I worked hard and invested my time, my energy and money into an entity, that my right to what I created was protected, and the rule of law would be upheld, and the democratic order would be established.
And this is what a lot of people on the left forget when they cry that they want to tax you, that they want to redistribute wealth, that they want to take land off you and give it back to the traditional owners. They forget that the blood, sweat and tears that people have invested into developing, growing and building things has to be paid back. That if it isn't paid back, the natural order will kick in and people will stop bothering to develop and build things. And if our goal as a society is to get our best and brightest people producing as much value and wealth and health as possible for the rest of us, that we need to reward their striving and their thriving and not steal the fruits of their hard work through high taxes for redistribution. Allow the best and brightest to manage the wealth that they have earned. Allow them to invest it and make those decisions. Don't give the money to politicians and bureaucrats who haven't been stressed by the test of life's challenges to then make the decisions. People who've spent their lives theorizing about the best ways to spend other people's money. Because if you do that, the best and brightest are just going to give up and go home. And then we all suffer.
We are aware that we are meeting at a time when many of our nations are internally divided, where intolerance is on the rise, and where we are facing a geostrategic threat rooted in the weakness of the West. And over the next 3 days, we will investigate how we have arrived at this defining moment of our societies. We're going to debate what needs to be renewed. And finally, we're going to identify a clear path forward full of strength, hope, and vision.
Baroness Stroud said that she's asked many members of the ARC Advisory Board why they are committed to being involved with the organisation.
The overwhelming response I received was, this is a civilizational moment. There is a lot at stake. But also that we can't just wait for someone else to act. We all need to take responsibility. We all need to play our part in rebuilding a better world. If we don't act, who will? But we are also extraordinarily hopeful. We are convinced that decline is not inevitable, that there is a compelling, hope-filled vision for the future. We possess the knowledge that truth does exist and can be found, that foundations can be rebuilt, that people are valuable, and that the long arc of history bends towards justice.
She very clearly defined the civilizational moment that we're now in.
When one generation no longer esteems its own heritage and fails to pass the torch to its own children,